love is. If you don't put up a fight, you don't. Who is that? That song is amazing. We're live, you guys. I just heard something and I just had to just let you guys know what I just heard because it blew my mind. It blew my mind. I was like, ouch. Well, because I think about my family members, you guys, and I think about my life and I think about how I grew up and I think about, like my, nephews and all my loved ones. And I'm just like, so everything I learn, I've always been this kid. Like, I'm not a kid, but you know what I'm saying? Like, even when I was a kid, I would always be obsessed. When I learned something, I wanted to make sure everyone else knew. So, and I'm still that way. I'm grateful that I run a business now. Because of that, I want everybody to know energy. That literally led me down, the life that I live today of just being on the internet and doing stuff, right? But anyway, here's the deal. Hey guys, let me know where you're listening from. I love when you guys do that. Connecticut in the house. What's up, Landy? What's up, Kamitha? What's up, Alexis? So, you guys, I just heard this statement and I was like, wow. He said, whatever you're willing to live without, you will. I was like, wait, what? Because I didn't understand. I didn't understand at first. It went over my head. Did that go over you guys' head? Did you get it immediately? Let's think about that. Chicago in the house, Charlotte, North Carolina in the house, Brooklyn up in the house. Okay, you guys, think about that statement. Whatever I'm willing to live without, then I will. So if I'm willing to live a life without love, and I've just gotten used to, like when I was growing up, I saw some women in my family be really, really mean. They was mean. They was like mean and alone. I ain't willing. Sight. I'm like, oh, my Beyonce cater to you. Let me cater to you. Baby, it's just your day. Do anything. Man, that's how I be. But anyway, listen, I'm not going to be like that. I'm not willing to live a life where I'm going to be like mean and alone. No, thanks. I'm going to need that. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to need that. So, I don't know what's happening on the chats. So, you guys, think about that. Whatever you're willing to live without. Now, this gentleman in particular was talking about money, and he was talking about how it was interesting. Don't ask it was interesting. So he was just saying, like, if you're willing to live with it, because there are so many people from the way that they grew up, they were trained to, and I meant relationship, y'all. If love is God, you're willing to live without God. Yeah, no, I don't know. I was just talking about a man. Let's be clear. Let me change the whole word. A loving relationship with a man. I've seen women and I know women who have just gotten used to being alone. And so they don't realize all of these habits that they picked up. They've pretty much said, I can live without a man. And so, I mean, yeah, you can, but have fun with that. Anyway, this is not what this is about. This is about what he said, which I thought was so interesting. There are so many people that have grown up with the whole, I'm going to do business, but don't worry about it. You don't have to really pay me. I just want your pat on the back. Anybody know what I'm talking about? Where, you grew up and you heard somebody. Have you seen someone? I know I've done a lot of things for people. And then I realized, like, I don't do that anymore. If I do something for somebody, I just want to, I don't feel obligated or guilty or scared to ask for my coins when it's necessary. But I used to, and it has to do with self-worth. And I think we should always be looking at our self-worth because, it's just huge. Hey, boo, what's up, Britt? So what he was talking about was money. He said, whatever you're willing to live without, you will. He said, some of you guys are saying, like, money's not important to you. And when I was growing up, people said that all the time. Money's not important. Money's not important. Money's not important. You're just supposed to serve till you die. Money's not important. Serve till you die. Well, the same people that was serving everybody, I saw them have raggedy cars and, light bills getting cut off, water bills getting cut off. I saw them suffering. And so I was like, I saw couples arguing. I saw all of this. And I was just like, Why is it that the people who serve and are adding value, they don't get to, when is their moment coming? Now, I'm a kid wondering, and I used to be like, man, I'm tired of being like this. But we developed this thing where it was like the rich people and then it was us. So that was like the norm, where the other people with money, and we literally created a whole life where we separated ourselves from having the desires that are on our heart, which you rightfully can have. But so many people, listen, I've been there, so I get it. Like, where you just like, you be scared to ask for your coins because you don't want nobody to think you're a bad person. Or maybe like when I was in beauty school, I didn't want to ask for money because I didn't think that my work was worth it yet. Again, going back to worth, you have to always be checking your self-worth, because if you find yourself stuck in a cycle like this, it has something to do with the underlying worthiness that you feel, and I know that I've said, I'm worthy. And I've walked around thinking I'm worthy, thinking that I thought I was worthy, but there was actually still some stuff, and it comes up. So you have to know when you are BSing yourself as well. So, wow, grew up with that mindset. Yeah, right. Hey, South Carolina. Oh, that's my story at the moment. See, I know, I talk about this stuff because I'm just like, wow. And it was just as simple as that statement. And I think you can apply this statement. This isn't just about money, but that's what he was referencing, where for those of you who think that you don't need money and you just want to do your passion, you do need income so that you can help more people. You need more money. You need to be at your most highest, best state. You need income, period, so that you can live your life and you can have abundance. Money is how you move around this world in the capacity that you desire to do so. And so he was like, whatever you're willing to live without, you will. And I was just like, wow, wow. You could take that so many directions. I was just like, wow. So I just thought I would drop that on y'all. Think about, what don't you have in your life right now that you unconsciously decided to live without, that you unconsciously made an agreement because something happened in your past, you saw something growing up, you unconsciously made an agreement that I don't have to have that. For example, I am a victorious survivor of domestic abuse. For a moment, I was like, I'm actually okay by myself. Because the unconscious rule, I would happily say it. Oh, I'm straight. I love being by myself. Oh my God, my bed is so comfortable. I ain't got to worry about nobody snoring. But at the end of the day, I want a man, but I don't want to go through that again. So how about I will just be willing to live without a man, because attached to the man, I have attached abuse. Does that make sense, you guys? So what will happen is, in your new relationships, you always find in arguments and things to push the relationship away because of the unconscious agreement that this just took a turn. The unconscious agreement that you've made. And there are so many unconscious agreements. We're going to go deep on this in Good Tea, in the Good Tea School. You guys, are you? Okay, holla. Let me see how many more seats we have in the Good Tea School. And I know I just said a lot, so let me take a breath, because let me make sure y'all caught what I was saying and digested that thing. Girl, we have so much in common. Do we, girl? I love it. Kenneth is in. Who else is in the Good Tea Mindset School? So if you don't know what that is, Monday through Friday, I try to show up every day and do a live stream for you guys all about this kind of stuff, mindset, and we use the biblical principles to literally design an amazing life for ourselves and to really overcome these doubts, these fears, these worries, these earthly things that aren't even real. But, we grow up in the system, and so we get brainwashed to believe that something outside of us is what makes us great, when it's always will and has been inside of you. And so we read the Bible and we look between the lines and we take the word and we design our best lives, because I do believe that we can have it all. And I do believe we can have complete freedom mentally, financially, physically. And so the school, I'm going to go deeper into these lessons and give more of a formula to the concepts, and just like PDFs that you can download, or questions and journal promptings, because I'm obsessed with this stuff. So And you guys, we created it together. So that's what makes this one of my special projects. I'm doing special music concerts for you guys in there. So there are 25 seats left for the $12 a month. It's $12, you guys. It's like Netflix, okay, for your mind. And you get the Good Tea community. We're going to be an army. So I've been working on the vision and the mission statement. I want this to be a movement. And so I want you guys to join, but know, you know, this is how we move in. And you don't just join so you can get. You also join to be a part of the tribe, to communicate, to share, to help others. It feels so good when you help other people. Make that something that you do every day without an ulterior motive. Just knowing that it's coming back to me, and everything and everybody and everything around me wants to support me and help me the same way that I support and help everyone else. So back to the conversation. Does that make sense, guys? That, oh please. Does that make sense? That whatever you're willing to live without. Oh, how do you sign up? Great question. LakeishaMichelle.com. Yeah, I'm finna go to bed. I literally only have like 3 hours of sleep. I'm finna go to bed. I'm a little delirious. Let me give you guys, LakeishaMichelle.com is how you sign up. Go there. It's $12 a month. And I'm building a vault of information. So it's just going to get better with time. That's it. It's going to get better with time. And it's going to be, just so that we can think through, just tools so that you can think through our life experiences. And we're going to reference the good book, and it's just going to be fun. I ain't religious. So church folk, I don't know. I might not be for you. I might not be for you, boo. Thank you, Kim. Y'all had an empowerment event yesterday, and I sung last night. And so, I mean, I worked I promise you, I got up at like 5 something, and I didn't go to bed till like 3 a.m. And then I got up at 7. I'm like, "Boy, you up?" And then I've been gone. I went and rode the scooters today, and I worked on stuff for Good Tea Mindset School, which is coming out tomorrow. And I have stuff for my CEO tribe. But that's not what this is about. This is about understanding that whatever you and I are willing to live without. So back to my example, because I've been through domestic violence, there was a phase, and it actually kind of still creeps up to where if somebody if I get too frustrated, you can, and I know women, I know I'm not alone. You'll be like, you know what? Don't even worry about it. I don't need no man. Don't worry about it. Because it's like, oh my God, is these the options? Oh, yeah. So sometimes you can say that you're willing to live without it. And then it's like, but then when you watch The Notebook that night, that same day, you watch a movie and you like, oh, I want some love. What you just said, you unconsciously already decided that you're going to live without a man because it's safer. It's less stress. And this is not about a man. This is about whatever. We just trade now subjects. You can make it money. You can make it like whatever. I don't know what are you willing to live with? How about this? What are you guys willing to live without? Tell me in the comments. Right, girl. Yeah, I ain't trying to be like, because I like me a man, child. What is somebody tell me something you can live without. Okay, I can live without, this is a fun game. What can I live without? I can live without messy friends. So I do. I live without them. I can live without drama. I don't have drama. I can live without, what can I live without? Why can't I think of anything right now? This is like weird. Well, I can live without like rings and stuff like that from a girl. Like anything goes in that slot. Fried food. Me too. I can live without fried food. Okay, sunshine, boom. I can live without pork chops. So I do. I don't eat pork chops. I don't eat any of the pork. I don't eat none of the types of meat that I can't pronounce. Pastrami and pastrami and pastrami. I don't want none of that. None of it. Leave it alone. It makes my stomach like curl up. I second the drama and messy friends. What can you live without? Like I cannot live without technology. Like, I don't know. I mean, I probably could, but I don't want to live without it. So I can't. I have literally, even in front of me, it's like computers, the old iPad, the new iPad. Like, I love electronics, cameras. I love electronics. I can live without having my nails done, but I don't want to. But like, I don't know. So if you think fatty food, what depends? What's fatty food? I don't know what that technically, what's all in the category. Low vibes, right? So you guys understand, the point of it is, whatever you're willing to live without, you will. And it's interesting, even if you don't totally verbally say that. So if you're walking around saying that I'm just going to use my gifts and talents and, I know that God's going to take care of me. I feel like if God had a personality, he'll be like, no, I gave you books and the internet. Like, what are you talking about? Take care of you. I did. It's infinite intelligence on the internet. Get your butt up there and learn how to monetize your passion. I gave you the passion now. I can't, what you want me to do? Read the book to you too? I mean, I just feel like that's what God would be saying. Like, what you want me to do? I gave it to you. So you need to figure that out. I made you smart enough. I gave you the gift and I made you smart enough. And I gave you a resource, whether it's time, whether it's money, whether it's an actual connection, a person, whether it's energy. I have a lot of gifts. So much is required from me because God gave me a lot of gifts. And he ain't put no puzzle piece. He didn't give me he was like, look, yo, there it is. And I'm like, oh my God. For so long in this world, I thought I was crazy because everyone said that I was all over the place. And actually, I'm not. I'm exactly who I need to be. I'm exactly where I need to be. I'm exactly like all of this is perfect. And the more that I tune into who I really am, the more I begin to see how it's all coming together. So my job is to completely tune in and recognize the gifts that I've been given, and find these unconscious agreements that are effing up the church's money. Okay? If you never heard that phrase before, it was from a movie. But what that means is that find the agreements that you have made in your subconscious mind. You made an agreement, like, for example, when y'all, I'm sleepy. I'm sorry. This is how it came out. Look, I remember when I was a kid. Let me just give y'all one more example, and then I need to go take my makeup off and go to bed, honey. I remember when I was a kid and I walked into the salon. I was young. And I'll never forget, I walked into the salon, and that's probably part of the reason why my salon business I know it is. I walked into the salon, and everyone turned around. They were like, and I was like, and I was so young, and I was like, oh my gosh. And I was so excited before I got there. I was like so excited that I was actually going to a salon appointment by myself. I was feeling real grown. I was like, really excited. I walk in and I was a little nervous. It's a new place. I don't know anybody, I'm by myself, but I'm just going to go in here and I'm getting my hair done. And I'm so excited to get my hair done. And I walk in and everyone turned around and they were just like, and then I was like, is Johnny here? Is it a Johnny? I just came to get my hair done. I just felt horrible. So from that moment on, like literally the rule, and it still is kind of like, now I don't care. But at that point, I did not like going to salons because it's like, I just didn't know if that was going to happen. I don't want to feel uncomfortable when I walk in. It was like cliques in the salon. So you could tell the regular people was looking all messy and mean, and I didn't know where to go. And everybody's looking at me like I was stupid because I was trying to find my hairstylist. And then he was like super tired and he was annoyed. And then he was just like, yeah, you can sit down. And then I sat down and I was sitting for like almost 2 hours before he got to me. And it was just, I was so pissed. Oh my God, I was pissed off. And then I already have no money. So I didn't have no money. And you made me wait. And I feel extremely uncomfortable around all these people that are just acting like I'm the oddball in the room. It was just odd. So ever since then, like when I started doing hair, first of all, I never let people do my hair. I literally do not let people do. Rachel does my hair. Nally cuts my hair. I don't let people do my hair. And that was always the rule. In my entire 20s, literally, if Rachel Matthews was not cutting my hair, I would just do it myself and figure it out or put on a wig or whatever. I did not like going in salons and barbershops because the few times I go in there when I was younger, it just gave me this bad experience. So the point of the story is not about the salon and barbershop, but that experience created an unconscious rule. I'm not willing, first of all, to sit in no shop for no 50,000 hours before you ever start on my hair. So nope, I ain't doing that. I can live without it. I will literally go bald before I do that. Ladies, I don't understand why you go to a salon and somebody disrespect you and you giving them their money. What? That don't make sense. So that's like a rule. Like, I am willing to live without salons because now the funny thing is I go into the hair business and make a 6-figure industry, and then I build classes for the hair industry. And I'm so passionate about that because I know that comes from my experiences. I got dissed in the salon. I had to wait for hours in the salon. Like, I just hated it and it scarred me. So the minute I went into customer service in the salon, I've treated everybody good. Even when I couldn't do hair, people would come to me. I know because of how I treated them. Because you also overlook the fact that most people are getting treated crappy in their regular lives. And then, you were their deep breath for the day. So, and the point of this is whatever you're willing to live without, you will. So check that and make sure that you don't have these unconscious agreements, because you could be chasing something. That's what my brain, come on, brain, pull it together. I'm sleepy. You could be chasing something that you really want, but you have an agreement. So energetically, you just can't attain or obtain? You can't get it because you have your mind, your energy and your mind are at conflict, your soul and there's a conflict of interest. You want a man, but you still hurt from a man from the past. So you made it rule from the hurt that you can live without a man, but you want a man. So you're trying to say you want a man, but you keep pushing everybody away with this energy. So it's not going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with money. Like, so I'm always checking because I grew up with such a heavy, whatever. And I'm always forgiving and thanking the way that I grew up because it taught me so much. And every now and then, because I still hang around some people, it's like you can see some of those patterns pop up. So you have to be knowing what those and be looking for, wait, am I in like an unconscious agreement with not having, something that I actually really, really want? It's pretty powerful, pretty freaking powerful. Yes, me, I don't know. What you guys think about that? Chew on that for the night, because you may be wanting something this week that you can't even receive because you are operating in an unconscious agreement with fear and doubt and lack and loss. And so the power of the tongue is you just play the blood of Jesus over your life and over the very things that you desire and you trust. I took a picture the other day hold on. I took a picture the other day. This face recognition, boy, I tell you, sometimes it drives me absolutely nuts. I took a picture. I was out to eat yesterday and I was looking at the plate and I said, what is that? Because I didn't know what it was. Y'all, and this is some mustard seeds. And the Bible says that if you have, I sound like a preacher. I am not a preacher. But it does say, if you have the faith of a mustard seed, look at that. That is so small. In comparison, this should be a blog post. That'd be a good picture for a blog post. My brain is always creating. Look at that, you guys. So sometimes we feel like we need to have all of this faith. And God only asked you for that much, boo-boo. Only asked you for that much. And it's very powerful. Auntie Ona. Thank you so much, Kelly. I bet you do too, because like attracts like. So listen. I'm sleepy, y'all. I just had to get this to you guys. This is how my brain works. You got to tell the people this that you just heard. I'm like, okay, brain, here we go. And it's really my soul, because your brain, it'll get you in trouble. Your brain is logical. You say no to stuff because you be just thinking, I don't know how. It's not your job to know how. Just jump, child. I wrote a song about it. Just jump in order to become the best. You gotta jump, even if you're nervous. So listen, Una says, I want to lose weight, but can't give up the sweet stuff. Right, because you're not willing to live without it. Right, and it's okay. Listen, this also doesn't mean that you should be, sometimes it's like, you know what? I wanted this type of man, but I ain't willing to live without that one. So I'm going to just go and just chop it up. So then you can release yourself from chasing the goal. This is a really good lesson. I'm about to go back through this and organize it and give it to my class. This is why the Good Tea Mindset School is powerful. My live streams is raw. Okay. They're just from the soul, off the cuff. I'm going to go back through this and find the formulas and organize it so that it doesn't have so much ADD. And it's so that it's not long either, because obviously I love hanging out with you guys. So this is a hangout. Yes, mustard green. Mustard seemed my favorite. Interesting thought. Yes, I'm so passionate about top customer service. Good. Obtain. Thank you, girl. Get my language together. You know, it's always illegitimate. That's why I really don't like to close shop, because of a bad experience when I was younger. Yes, and then we have to release ourselves from these things, because like we can't walk around in fear and anguish and shame and guilt and hurt and loss. We deny every single one of those things. And because God's mind, which he just so happened to make us in his image and likeness, and he gave us the power. So we have infinite intelligence residing through our veins. It's in the air. Like it's just flowing. Like it's all around. I'm literally surrounded by infinite intelligence. And if I just move from that space, it's something that you have to build and practice. Whatever I want, Diddy says it best. Whatever I want, I get. Because there is no loss. There is no lack in the divine mind. I believe there's only one God. I don't believe, there's a lot of stuff going on around here. Folks believe a lot of stuff. I believe that there's only one God. And I believe that, God is all knowing. And if I made in his image and likeness, he put the all knowing in me, in you, in us. So we have the ability to turn off the human brain because it's too logical, and to tap in to the infinite intelligence that surrounds us, the complete abundance that surrounds us. It's like so exciting. I'm just getting excited thinking about it, because it's like, okay, and all the Bible talks about in so many different areas is that you need that much faith. Where my finger is pointing. You don't need that much. You don't need the whole little jar. You just need the little seed. That's how much faith you need. That much belief gets you started on the path to your flow of whatever it is that you want. So I said a lot. You need to check unconscious agreements. I'm doing the same thing, literally. I do my own work on myself. Okay. And then you want to also be okay if there's something that you've been saying you want that you really don't want. Because sometimes we get caught up in saying that we want a goal that is somebody else's goal. Or sometimes you want a goal that you just don't have the energy. You just don't care enough. Like you want to care. So now you feel bad. So you try to be like whatever. And you just actually don't care enough. So like stop stressing yourself out because you don't want it. And you don't need to explain that to nobody. Okay? Because the world will make you think you got to give me an explanation about what you say you want. Yes, enjoy your energy. Exactly. Oh, thank you, girl. I love hanging with you guys too. So yeah, making sure that you are not going after a goal that you really want, but unconsciously you've made an agreement that you can live without it. And I'm gonna speak for the Black folk real quick. I hear this all the time. As long as I help one or two people, I'm gonna call BS, and I'm gonna call old slave mentality on that. Post-traumatic slave syndrome. You're suffering. Or we can just call it the children of Israel mentality. Let it go. Be frozen. Let it go. Let it go. Be frozen, child. Let that go. Because that's not your mentality speaking, okay? So that is someone else's stuff projecting onto you. Again, we have God mind, and so we're complete, we're whole, we're not missing anything. We don't have to go do something outside of us, and the answer is in you, and you have to just make sure that you don't have some agreement that's completely working against you. And there's always something, because we have experiences in life, and you just make rules. Like, think about it. If I open the closet and it looks like something's going to bite me, I'm going to hurry up and close the closet. And I'm not opening that closet anymore because I think something's going to bite me. And then I open it again one day, somebody else opens it. And they're like, oh, there was like a blow up thing in there and it's moving around. I thought somebody was in there. And I'm like, oh my God, I didn't open that closet because I just made an agreement that if something's scary in there, I'm never going in there. Like, what? What did I miss out on? I didn't get to use the washing machine. You know, I had to go to the laundromat. I'm just making it up because my laundromat. Anyway, don't worry about it. I'm sleepy. I'm about to go. Hope that made sense. I can tell from the comments that some of you guys caught it, and that's all that matters. This is great information right here. See, come on. There we go. There we go. And someone, let me put this on block. Child, you are blocked. Boom, blocked. So anyway, I love y'all. I'm done. We're going to go deeper on this in the Good Tea Mindset School in a more organized, not schizo manner. There are 25 slots left. I'm literally looking. And you guys, it's easy. It's $12 a month. It's going to go up to $19 a month. And what you're paying for is access to all of these lessons in an organized format, PDFs, audios, journal promptings, discounts on live events, as well as my online concerts. Okay. So that's exciting. I'm extremely excited about it. Welcome to everybody that took the leap and they're already inside. Thank you for all your beautiful comments. Check those unconscious agreements and make sure that you're not having some energetic barrier block you from where you want to go, where it's something that you're fighting to go get to every week. I know what it feels like to really want to get something every week. And I didn't understand that it was my energetic blocks that were keeping me, because that energy creates the thoughts that create the images, that create the actions, that create the manifestations, the reality that we live in. Okay. So I have some weirdos on my page. What are all these weirdos happening? I cannot. Okay. Peace out, you guys. LakeishaMichelle.com for any questions. Holla.